Oh my
So
god.
you know what? It's time for
Deliver
Jordy.
some pizza.
It's time for Jordy to get on his stand and tell us about the music industry this month.
Man,
Oh, we got a big tune-up this month.
It's been quite a week.
It's, it sure has. There's been a lot of new albums this month. Whole bunch of albums dropped on the 15th. A whole bunch more dropped on whatever last Friday was. I'm gonna kick things off with one I didn't like. Lil Uzi dropped a new album, Eternal Take 2. It's bad. It's bad. Like, I wasn't really expecting a whole lot, honestly. I liked I can't remember which album it is. The one that had, I can't even remember the name of the damn song. I liked one of his albums. It was okay. But other than that, I'm not really an Uzi fan. Listen to this whole album and the whole thing is obnoxious. It's just, I'd rather listen to mosquitoes buzzing in my ear. Like, it's so bad. There's only one song on the whole album that is decent. Decent enough for me to download it, but it's also not something that I'm like seeking to listen to in the car. Like, if it comes on, it's cool. Chill Bay is the name of that song. It's okay. It's fine. Just because of the one good song, I'm giving this whole album a 2 out of 10 instead of a flat 1 rate. Yeah, bad album. Really bad album. His stands will love it though. Linkin Park, of course, dropped their new album From Zero. I know everybody here enjoys this album. Yes.
Yeah.
Is that a correct assumption?
Yeah.
I mean, I've
Oh, yeah.
seen you guys talking about it. Like, everybody likes it. Good album. Okay. Don't get me wrong. Good album. Great album. Even sounds nice. I really like Two Faced, Emptiness Machine, and IGYEIH. Otherwise, it's background music to me. Like, it's mid. None of it's bad. Not one song on the album is skippable to me.
Yeah.
But what I wrote down for this whole album's like overall is that it's a good album. It's not an iconic album. Like,
No, it's not. I agree.
Yeah, and it is what I was thinking / hoping that it would be, that they did go through each of their like styles of music from their beginning to new. They tried to mix a lot of their stuff together. So some of it was a little more like, I don't know if any of it's really ever reaching the radio, which, for most of us these days, not a big deal. But I mean, yeah, it's not, I don't know. Will it be an album that's talked about? Yes, but I think it's because it's their return, not so much that all of the songs on it are amazing.
right. And I think that's the only reason it'll be like remembered, is because it was their first album as the new Linkin Park.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Emptiness Machine is like a radio hit.
I think Emptiness Machine is.
Emptiness Machine or Two
I
Faced.
could see Emptiness Machine being on the radio, yes.
I know Heavy as a Crown will be popular just because of Arcane and League of Legends, but
I mean, Heavy as the Crown's a good song too.
it is.
But yeah, I also have maybe a hot take, maybe.
Oh yeah.
So
oh yeah.
I've seen people online talking about it, seen it on Twitter. I've seen the arguments back and forth. I've heard your guys' opinions. I think more than half of the time, what's her name? Emily Armstrong?
Yeah.
I think more than half of the time, she sounds like she's trying to sound like Chester. And I can't stop hearing it. Like, in some songs, she sounds totally normal, sounds totally natural, like she's doing her thing. But there are so many moments where it sounds like she's pushing so damn hard that she's trying to sound like Chester, and I don't like it.
Well, so funny thing about that, there was a night that I was bored that I was kind of just looking up on YouTube after the album came out, and I was watching a couple of their interviews, and there's also a vocal coach that went over like her singing live and everything. For the older songs, for sure, I think she's trying to capture the sound because she's trying to make it what the original was. But one thing that they noted while watching her is that her voice, she's not trying at all with the raspiness. It just comes naturally when she sings. So they thought it was cool about that, and that's why she can hold that fucking 17-second note as song 24 of 29 in the set and hold it just perfectly fine. But I think, I don't know, I think because from the interviews Mike was talking about, these songs were written before they knew Emily was going to be a part of the band. They were written as if Mike and somebody else was going to sing this, but they didn't know who. So, it's definitely very possible that Mike was still writing them with Chester in mind. And so she's just kind of trying to step in and be that thing. I think the album after this, if they continue, and I hope they do.
Oh, they're making so much money. There's no way they wouldn't.
Right, but I don't know if this is just like a, hey, we're back. We want to do this so we can do a tour with some new music and new things, and then we're done. I doubt it. But the next album, I think, is going to be like the iconic album that you're looking for.
I actually agree. I think if they don't just like take off and have like a string of amazing albums, I think the second album with Emily Armstrong is going to be like their peak.
Yeah. Because right now they're just kind of goofing around doing the whole like, hey, let's try and bring all of our sounds together and see what that is and see what that sounds like. And I think from here, they're going to find that sound that they like to do and go, all right, this is it. This is what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And also, back to Jordy's point about trying to sound like Chester, I agree that she does that. And you can tell, especially when she's live, because she can't do it live.
Mm. Yeah, because that
not sound nearly as good live.
It didn't really sound like it much at that YouTube concert, so yeah.
Her shit, like even the songs on the newer album that she's performing, that she's trying to sound like Chester on, you can tell you can tell when she's not being her authentic, like singing like her authentic self. Because her voice strains, she misses out on notes, like it's just not as good. Because she's good, she's a great singer, she's a great vocalist when she's doing it for herself.
Yeah.
Not trying to be somebody else.
Overall, I gave the album a 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I could see that.
Above average.
Above average. If it was like, I don't know, an album that I'd actually want to like throw on and listen to often, it'd be higher. So like anybody that like really digs the album, I'm sure they disagree with the 6.5, and that's fine. But it's just not for me, so 6.5. Stray Kids dropped a new album, Giant. I'm not a huge fan of Stray Kids. Like I don't go listening to them. I really only listen to them because my little sister Jama, shout out to Jama, listens to them all the time. And she's always updating me when they drop new music. So I gave this album a listen. It's like typical for what they've been doing lately. A lot of energy. It's very poppy, kind of punky in some parts. It's a good listen if you like K-pop. None of the songs were necessarily bad, but I don't think it's an album for me personally. I also gave that one a 6.5. Less Than Jake dropped a new album, Uncharted. I'm really excited about this one. If y'all didn't already know, one of my most favorite albums of all time is Anthem by Less Than Jake. It's like one of my top 5 favorite albums. Not a huge fan of a lot of their other music, so I wasn't sure what to expect with this new album. But it kind of sounds like they went back towards the sound that they had in Anthem. If you don't know Less Than Jake, they're like a ska and punk.
Oh, okay.
It's punk music with trombones. So, I really like their it's almost like self-depreciating, inward looking kind of music. Like it's almost emo, but then it's like happy and ska with trumpets and horns and shit. And like I don't know, I like it. It's my kind of stuff. Best song on the album for me is Sunnyside. Super catchy. Overall, I gave the album an 8 out of 10. I'm a big fan. No skips. Kendrick Lamar dropped a new album. If you're living under a rock and didn't know,
Oh, did he?
he did. He did. He dropped a surprise album, GNX. 5 minutes after he dropped the surprise trailer for the album, which is hilarious. Hey, Kenny out here rapping. he ain't messing with nobody. Have y'all seen the Squabble video?
Mm-mm.
I think that just dropped yesterday from the recording. I mean, good video. Nothing like super profound about it. One thing that does kind of stick out though is if you're a fan of the Roots, you may notice that the music video pays homage to their 1999 music video for The Next Movement. Questlove actually posted like this long kind of thank you note to Kendrick for remembering their video and paying homage to them and stuff.
Love that movie.
Just because you're suspended from the podcast. you're out of here until 2025.
Caleb is coming to take your place. It's Caleb's power hour now.
Love that movie. Oh, damn, got me. But yeah, Questlove loves it. He's out here thanking Kendrick for being a good brother out there and putting on the new kids to the Roots. A lot of people are starting to discover the Roots that didn't know that they existed before because of this song. Yeah.
That's cool.
So yeah, you know, the Roots are getting a little recognition from the new age. The only song on the whole album that I have anything bad to say about is Peekaboo.
What?
I hate Peekaboo. It's so obnoxious to me.
Gotta listen to it more.
It is I mean maybe. Just because I don't feel like I've listened to it enough to definitively say I'll never listen to it again. But it's the only one that I like cringe at. Like I can't stand that song, and I don't know why. It's very repetitive.
I didn't like that one, and I didn't really care for Luther on my first listen. But my subsequent listens, Peekaboo was like, all right, I can do it. Like I like it.
If that can work out for me, this will be a almost a perfect album. But because of Peekaboo, he did not get a 9. I gave him an 8.5 on GNX.
Somebody
Great
didn't
album.
like that. Somebody didn't like being mentioned by Kendrick.
No, he didn't, and we'll get to him. Oh, wait! You're talking about Wayne.
I'm talking about Wayne. Yeah,
Man, I meant to write that down to talk about it, and I didn't. Yeah, Wayne out here mad.
Kendrick didn't even say anything mean about him. Like,
he didn't. Wayne is just like pulling an old man card and was like, "I ain't do nothing,
you youngins,
you young kids."
He's just screaming from his fucking porch for no reason. Kendrick's ball rolled on his yard, and he's, "Get the fuck out of my circle!"
Oh my god. No, but Wayne, Kendrick. I don't know the actual line. I haven't memorized the lyrics. But Kendrick basically says that he did so well that he got booked for the Super Bowl and let Wayne down. That's all he said. Apparently Lil Wayne took that as him like dissing him and slandering his name to the masses.
Yeah, sorry I let you down, man. You're one of the greats. Yeah, fuck you. Why you saying I suck? What?
So Wayne took to Twitter and he's basically just like, "Man, what the fuck did I do? I just be chilling. Don't come at me or I'll destroy everything, and nobody wants that. Even me."
My favorite thing about it, I'm going to the tweet right now.
Not even me.
He
Not
misspelled.
even me.
He misspelled something that nobody should misspell.
Bruh, come on. I didn't notice that. Please tell me what he misspelled.
I got you.
I hope it's
the.
Let me see. I'm on his Twitter right now. Oh, come. He spelled it KOME.
Oh. Well,
That's not what I expected you to say.
well,
Imagine he's about to CUM.
I could see him doing that.
Oh my god.
He spelled destruction right. Destroy, disturbed, fucking kindness, weakness. But come is where he draws the line.
Yeah, you know what? I hope, yeah, make the music. Let's do it.
Excuse me, sorry.
That's,
I want it.
you know. I mean, Drake's coming out with a new album with some group. I forgot to write it down. So maybe Wayne will get on there and you know, spit some bars and put
Well,
Kendrick in
damn.
his place.
Drake does have a tattoo of his face on him, so
You know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Wayne Diddy. By the time this
Damn.
podcast airs, there will be another new album out that's not out yet. From Beyond the Grave. Juice WRLD is dropping a new album. I actually wanted to ask you guys how you feel about labels releasing new albums and music of dead artists, because I don't like it.
I don't like it. I didn't like it when they fixed the rest of Chester's songs that were unreleased, and then they just like altered it and made it sound like him for the rest of the song. I guess I didn't like that. I don't like it.
I think it depends.
I'm with Devin. It depends.
On a few different factors. One, if they're like a single artist, like a singular artiste, it's a little different than if it's like a whole band. And then also if like the family's like, hey, will you do this, or okay with them doing it?
Yep, that's what
obviously you got to get some give back from that. Like, say Michael Jackson. I would not be cool with like Universal dropping some new Michael Jackson tracks we haven't heard.
Didn't they do that?
Like I'd like it, but like I don't like it at the same time, you know?
Yeah.
Like for me as a consumer,
don't like the practice.
Yeah, it's just I am not one for the practice of it.
That's
for
how
me,
I feel about. Oh, good.
I feel for me, I think it's based on like how you're getting the tracks, really.
Yeah.
Like if the artist had basically written and recorded a rough draft of the song and all it needs is a remaster, I think that's totally fine to release that. It was gonna be released soon anyway.
Right.
But when they take like, they like wrote down half of a hook on a piece of paper and then they just fabricate a whole fucking song out of that.
Yeah.
And then use AI to fix the voice and
and then use AI and then they like bring in other artists to feature in on the song that this artist may not have actually wanted to work with. That's weird. That's weird to me. I thought it was really weird when that Michael Jackson song came out with Akon on it.
Yep.
Yeah. It was like,
yeah. Didn't they do that with a Tupac song or something too?
Maybe he would have collabed with Akon, but at the same time it sounded really weird. Like it was like, this don't sound like a song Michael Jackson would have Akon on.
Right.
So that's weird to me.
Like
Mac what were you saying, Cody?
Didn't they do that with a Tupac song too? That they released it in like 2019 or something stupid?
No, I think I vaguely remember this. Like they had an AI Tupac on somebody's song.
That was Drake recently.
Was it Drake?
Yeah,
was it really?
The beef with Kendrick.
One of the songs he clapped back at Kendrick with had AI verse from Tupac and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it was.
Fuck that.
Well, like Mac Miller, he put out an album, Postmortem, and like, as long as the family's cool with it, that's my biggest thing. If the family's cool with it and they're making money on it, then who are we that don't know them to have any say?
And miss Mac Miller.
Man, me too. I love Mac Miller so much.
Whole world misses Mac Miller.
Me too. Donald Trump doesn't miss Mac Miller.
We got a new
Trump shit.
We got a new track from Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, and Jhené Aiko. It's a bop. It's called Gorgeous. Honestly, I'm not sure whose song it is. I don't know if it's Snoop Dogg's song or Jhené Aiko's song, but I just listened to it today. Came out like at the beginning of the month, I think. It's groovy. Like it's not like gonna be something super memorable. It's not like a hot jam that's gonna hit the top of the charts. It's a nice little jam, dude. If you like yourself some groovy R&B, and you like that nostalgic sound of Snoop Dogg's voice, and
Love Snoop.
throw that in your rotation. I gave that song a 7 out of 10. Lil Nas X got some new music out. I know he dropped another song after this one. I can't remember what it's called. But have y'all heard Light Again?
Mm-mm.
Super fun song. Very clubby, very poppy, very gay pop diva. I mean, it's a party song.
My kind of pop.
It's the kind of song you know that you'd expect from somebody in their mid-20s. The biggest thing about this song for me, it's fun and everything, but the music video is they basically just had this big ass party. Like with all kinds of wild stuff going on. Like it looks like he spent gobs of money on just anything and everything that they could think of. Looks like something straight out of like an MTV movie. One of the biggest things that a lot of people are talking about with this video is it features 2 furries. We're breaking into music videos now, boys. We're gonna be everywhere before you know it. Everywhere. Anyway, I tried to look up who these guys were. I was gonna shout them out. I don't think they're actually furries. I think they just commissioned 2 fursuits and just had people dance around in them because usually the fandom is really quick to identify people. Like if somebody does something bad, you know what their name is immediately. If somebody does something really cool or I mean there was like a bunch of furries in an episode of Lucifer, and within 12 hours every single one of them was identified. Nobody knows who these 2 are. Nobody knows. So I don't think they're real. I don't think they're real furries. Which is a weird thing to say. Like, there's people faking being furries these days.
Kevin Gates.
Wild. But yeah, 7.5 out of 10 for Light Again. It's a good club song. I haven't done this little mini segment in a while, but I heard this on TikTok. Meg Donnelly. You guys know who that is? Heard that name?
Mm-mm.
Me either. She has a song called "In My Bag" that's been kind of blowing up a little bit on TikTok. People are calling it what are they calling it? A recession pop? This is a new term to me. Have you guys heard about this?
Nope.
No.
Apparently, recession pop is pop music that means nothing at all. The lyrics don't mean anything. It's music that rich white people make when the economy is about to plummet because they're just out there just doing fun stuff, I guess. But yeah, recession pop is nonsensical pop music, nonsensical catchy pop music. The big thing with this song though, these kind of songs come out all the time, with or without recessions. The big thing with this song is it's coming with a little bit of controversy because it's blowing up. Everybody's doing. I think there's a TikTok dance to it now. Everybody's making videos. But back in June, a song called "What You Want" by a group called Lawrence came out. And it got shit on. Everybody made fun of them for it's a group of almost all white people. Everybody was making fun of them for trying to be too soulful, they were trying to be too black. They were getting onto them because the song is nonsensical, the lyrics don't really mean anything. It's just a catchy cash grab type of a song. And it got shit on. Nobody liked it. And then this song comes out, "In My Bag," and it's almost the exact same thing. It's just a group of white people making a nonsensical song where the lyrics don't mean anything, and everybody fucking loves it. And so there's this almost like battle between like fans of both songs that are, I don't know. It's stupid, but it's fun to look into if you go read the comments. Overall, I gave the song a 7 out of 10. It's fun. It's fun. You won't remember it after a year, but for now, it's fun.
I feel like that's most of TikTok right now.
I was actually gonna have you guys listen to both of those songs, but I forgot. Moving on. Do y'all know who Hip Hop Harry is?
Mm-mm.
That name sounds familiar.
It does sound familiar, but I don't know why.
You've probably seen like the videos. Like there's meme videos of it was a kids show. And the kids would like dance to this like music or whatever, and Hip Hop Harry's like a Barney character. He's a whatever you call those.
A dinosaur?
It's like a half step from being a furry. It's
Okay.
like almost a fursuit, but not really.
Okay. Yeah.
A mascot?
A mascot, sure. Yeah, let's go with that. But anyway, if you look up like the Hip Hop Harry dance ciphers, I'm sure you've seen the meme or at least heard the audio before. But anyway, Hip Hop Harry showed up on Kai Cenat's Mafiathon. He was one of his recent guests, and he actually popped off. Like it was kind of cool.
Kai is one of those streamers that he's just like living everybody's dream.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter what your dream is, I'm fucking doing it.
He's doing everything. I just actually I've seen like his clips on TikTok. I just recently actually followed him on Twitch, so I've been watching him every now and then. It's just fun. Like there's a reason he's got 200,000 people watching his stream at any given time.
Right. I mean, you already have the Phantom tax. Like that shit's just hilarious. Anytime that Kai gets food and Phantom's just like, fuck you got over there, and just comes in and takes it. Already funny as hell. Then you look at his Bloodborne stream, and he like went all out and made an entire fucking background studio for his Bloodborne stream, and he did not stop streaming it until he beat the game. Like he's doing everything.
Yeah,
Great.
I'm enjoying watching his stream. Mad that I didn't join earlier. But anyway, so with Hip Hop Harry, they actually did a Who's Next dance cipher. The same thing that they did on the kids show that Hip Hop Harry's from. So that was cool. He gave his top 5 rap artists right now. Which, by the way, Devin, since you don't know who Hip Hop Harry is, he sounds exactly like the Noodles guy from Parappa 2. Like that voice, it's like I had to look up who the voice actors were because it's identical. But
awesome.
His top 5 artists are Snoop Dogg in this order: Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, Glorilla, and Tyler the Creator.
That is quite an ensemble.
It is. I kind of feel like he only said Drake to not have
not have the beef,
not have chat like go crazy. Like, oh, he likes Kendrick over Drake. Like,
yeah, fuck Drake.
He said, "Shit, let me throw this in here real quick. I'm supposed to be a kid's icon."
I tell you what, I still listen to Chromacopia every now and then now that like I've seen that he's just going around to random places doing concerts on top of a trailer, like that shit's awesome. Like at fucking $5 concerts for nothing. I like that.
He's hilarious. Hip Hop Harry, in his 25-minute thing, he also said that he could beat Barney in a Netflix Tyson and Paul situation. Yeah, Hip Hop Harry was going off, y'all. Like he was keeping it G, but like and we're talking about like rating G, like for the kids. But like he was kind of thuggish too. He shouts out Big Bird as the OG homie. And he said we don't fuck with Chuck E. Cheese because he's a rat. Like I love this segment, dude. And then he did a freestyle. Hip Hop Harry did a freestyle, and he is spitting like you wouldn't expect it at all. His flow is immaculate.
Like Blind Fury.
And he disses Baloo from Jungle Book and Winnie the Pooh. Hip Hop Harry's a bear, by the way.
Was he dressed as a bear?
Yeah. Like whoever plays Hip Hop Harry was Hip Hop Harry.
I assumed he was a kangaroo.
Yeah, I didn't know he was a bear. I didn't know what he was, but he's a bear.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was only like a 25-minute segment, but like hilarious. It is a great watch. Hip Hop Harry turned up. Whitney Houston dropped. I mean, she didn't drop nothing. Her people dropped.
I was gonna say she's
she gone. The concert for a new South Africa live event has been turned into an album. She was the first Western music performer to perform in South Africa after apartheid, so it was like a big deal concert. But now it's an album form, so you can go listen to that, Whitney Houston fans. J. Cole dropped his or not dropped, but his 2009 mixtape, The Warm Up, is now on streaming platforms.
Okay.
So you can go check that out now without having to go to YouTube. Wicked dropped this month. I haven't seen it yet, but I mean it's arguably one of the most popular musicals of our time. And it's currently sitting at 89% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is really good considering how many people online don't like when black people are casted in roles that aren't specifically for black people. There's always like a crowd of people that are mad about that.
That plus how critical theater kids could be.
Yeah, and that too.
89% is pretty fucking good.
Well, that and like the controversy around even the poster before the movie was released.
And that's what I was about to say. So, like, with all of this controversy and negative stigma, they're still pulling an 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah, everything that I've seen is like I can't stop crying.
From both fans of the original story, theater kids, people that have never done either of them, people that have never watched musicals, that don't like musicals. Everybody likes this movie.
I'm excited to see it.
I'm not surprised. I can't wait to see it. I'll probably wait till I can stream it somewhere, though.
I mean, even Jeannie, who historically hates movies and sitting in a movie theater, wants to go see it. But the fact that it's a two-parter is making her not want to see it because she was like doesn't want to get halfway through and go, all right, when's the rest?
Yep.
They leave it a very good moment.
I'm fine with it being a two-parter.
Yeah, I think it's fine. It's just getting her in the movie theater already is hard. So getting her in the movie theater to watch half of a movie is even harder.
Right. Last thing on my list is Cody already talked about it a little bit, but we're Drake out here trying to continue the beef saga, as if Kendrick doesn't fucking spit on his name every chance he gets now, which is acceptable. But but Drake took the bitch route. Like you would think maybe if he's gonna come out of hiding, he'd like drop another mixtape or album or song or diss or something. No, Drake went the snitch route. He said, "I'm gonna talk to my lawyers.
My father will hear about this.
My father will hear about this." Which is kind of crazy because he's not even going after Kendrick. Like Cody said earlier, he is trying to sue Spotify and Universal for artificially inflating Not Like Us because the song falsely accuses him of pedophilia. Specifically, that's why he's wanting to sue them. Because you guys hyped this song that says I'm a pedophile.
For me personally,
so
I had that song on repeat for like a couple
right.
weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
And like it was at the Democratic National Convention. It's going to be on the Super Bowl. Like everybody has been playing this song.
It's definitely going to be at Super Bowl, which is hilarious.
Not just Spotify and Universal.
I can't wait to hear the whole football stadium say A minor.
Yeah,
bruh. Oh my God.
The whole place is gonna erupt.
I hope they do the same thing as at the concert where they had Dr. Dre and they just replay it for 20 minutes and that's the concert.
Yes. But I've been watching like some reaction videos on TikTok and Instagram Reels and stuff, and I mean, like a lot of people are saying, the whole thing just doesn't make sense at all. Like even in the case that like you go to sue these two companies and you win, like they're never gonna play your music again. You've lost both of those companies.
Yep.
A lot of tweener fans, like people that aren't your stans but still listen to your music, you're crossing a moral line now. So now you're gonna lose all those fans. All of these avenues that support your career, that you're like fighting so hard to save, you're just killing it. You're absolutely killing it.
Yep.
So,
And you look like a bitch.
yeah, and you look like a bitch. Which, like, outside of everything, this whole thing is about you not being part of a community that you're trying to force yourself into. And now you're blind to like one of the biggest rules in the community. Like, you're snitching.
Yep.
So Drake is cooked. Drake is cooked. I don't think he can come back anymore. I think before this there was a sliver of a chance that like after a few years he could drop an album, come back, be really good, get all of his fans back, and be fine. Same thing happened with what was the Story of Abaddon? Like that didn't go well for him with Pusha T. But he ducked out, came back a few years later, had some jams, like, and it was fine. I think he could have done the same thing here.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Even if you don't go through with the court case and all of that, like, you have tarnished your name for the last time.
Yeah.
And I'm
So
sure
he knew he was doing
fans.
terrible.
Yeah. This is definitely a desperate move.
Like he'll still have fans that will listen to him, and he'll still be able to tour and
yeah.
all that. But he's not going to get new fans.
He will always have his stans. Stans
Yeah.
are weird people, and he could like actually rape a little kid, and like they'd be like, but he's Drake. Like stans are weird.
It's almost like
Right.
Stan's got a president elected.
Well,
They
Well-
so did. They so did.
Cult.
But yeah, so the saga continues. We'll see what happens with that. I'm sure I'll have some kind of an update in the December tune-up. Outside of everything I've talked about, other new music that you can look out for that came out in November. Artists, I mean, that came out with new music: Shawn Mendes, Ice Cube, Imagine Dragons, Kevin Gates, Mozzie, Casanova, Dua Lipa, Flo Rida, French Montana, Teddy Swims, Soulja Boy, Martin Garrix, Blake Shelton, Kid Laroi, The Wombats, One Republic, Kesha, The Ting Tings, and Cody's favorite artist of all time, JoJo Siwa. All have new music.
the Ting Tings coming out with something new is
Yeah.
a little crazy.
Right?
Of all the people, they're like, you know what? 2024 is the time.
I like that he didn't dispute that JoJo was his favorite artist.
Not
Yeah.
even close.
There's nothing
He
to
didn't.
dispute.
He just smiled because it warmed his heart that I remembered.
Yep. Looking out for me. I appreciate it.
He likes bad bitches. That's his fucking problem.
Yeah, that's definitely JoJo.
And Cody
Jeez.
loves to fuck. That's a fucking problem.
She is definitely bad.
I got you, Devin.
Thank you.
Uh,
Big pop. That's good.
All right, that was
I got a little bit of music news for Jordi.
Oh shit.
One piece of news
Oh,
for Jordi.
sorry. Didn't
Another
mean to
new
cuss.
album coming out next week. Chance the Rapper.
no,
Oh, man.
shit, I did not
Yep.
see that.
I saw Cedric
I haven't-
talking about it on
That's-
Facebook.
I
that's
haven't enjoyed.
December.
Oh, December is next week.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
This is
I
November.
haven't enjoyed Chance the Rapper in a minute.
And I was told this is for Devin. I didn't know this. I don't know if you knew this, and really anybody who enjoys Paramore. But did you guys know Hayley Williams came out with a solo album
Like
When?
recently?
in 2020?
Oh no.
Yep, it's called Pedals for Armor.
Oh yes, I have that. Have that album.
Then you knew.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
I listened to the first couple songs on it. It's like really good. Hayley Williams is
She
the love
hits
of my life.
all time. Oh yeah.
She just doesn't know it yet.
Have a
Look,
picture. Of,
The hand shrug killed me.
I
The
have
love
a,
of my life.
have a picture of her in my
Say
phone
la vie.
right now.
I am upset that the few concerts that we could have gone to for Taylor Swift did not have Paramore opening for her, and everything else did.
I'm upset that I went to Devin and I said, Devin, Paramore's in Indy tonight, and I can get us tickets for a little bit more expensive than than they would have been. Would you like to go? And he said, no.
Sorry, times are tough.
$75 a ticket.
Ugh.
That is, I wouldn't do it either.
Okay.
I tried to go see My Chemical Romance.
No, I tried to go see My Chemical Romance, and Snow said, "Fuck you, fat boy."
Yeah, and then I asked about Linkin Park, but the tickets are kind of $300 for Sonic Temple for one day, so I don't think I'm gonna go to that.
Do you have $700 tickets?
I do.
Do you have $700 to spend on tickets for MCR?
No.
That's how much fucking My Chemical Romance stickers are?
You all right, dude?
No! They made me stroke out with that.
Oh, damn.
My Chemical Romance.
Ramage stickers.
How much are the tickers?
That's too much for tickers, man.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I'm sure their voices are destroyed by now.
They're not. They sound great.
Jordan Way's got an angelic little voice.
A little voice.
Isn't Linkin Park going on tour next year?
They are. I think they're doing another show sometime towards the end of the year in Michigan. So I thought about trying to hit that up. But Sonic Temple is stupid expensive. Granted, most of the bands on Saturday I would like to see either again or for the first time.
I'm not paying $300 for a ticket.
I'm not paying $300.
I'm not watching a concert this all day.
I'm going Saturday, Sunday.
Are you?
Well, I guess if I end up getting rich sometime between now and then, I will have somebody to go with.
Well, I don't think you will. So thank you, Jordi, for the news.
Damn.
Appreciate you.
All right.